I'll take one of them. Let's say this one. Which one do you think this is?
Wavy lines.
The
What the?
Yeah, I know, right? It's crazy. It's crazy. Okay. Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of Nick Tan Chats, my magic and mentalism review show. My name is Nick Tan, and on today's episode we'll be looking at EWave put out by Marc Oberon. Now, before anything else, I'd like to begin today's episode on a slightly different note. I'd like to begin today's episode on an apology. I'd like to apologize to all my subscribers and my would-be subscribers because today's episode, we were supposed to do a review and then a giveaway as well, just like we did for the Nexus wallet 2 or 3 episodes ago. Speaking of the Nexus wallet giveaway, big congratulations to Nathan Stockwell for winning the Nexus wallet. He is one happy subscriber. But what happened was, when I opened the package, when I saw how it worked, when I looked at the effect, and when I ran through the routine a couple of times, I liked it so much, I was going to buy it and keep it for myself. And so there are no more sets to do the giveaway. Whether or not he will do another giveaway of EWave in future, I don't know, because currently I understand at this point in time, it is not available and it's sold out at many places. Still, even without the prospect of winning this as a giveaway, I hope that you guys can still subscribe to my channel. If you guys are new to this channel, please have a look at the other review videos that I've done. If you like the videos, you like the content that I put out, if you have gotten some value out of them, please subscribe to my channel. With your subscriptions, I hope that I can continue to put up more content and more of these episodes of Nick Tan Chats for you guys right here on YouTube. Right, it only takes a second for you to subscribe, but it really means the world to me. Alright, so let's get down to the effect proper. What is the effect of EWave? Now, EWave is basically an ESP matchup effect. Now, to me, Marc Oberon is a special breed of human being, right? I think he's got a mind that is really completely different from mine. I think he's super creative and he's released many effects which are just so clever. And a couple of years ago, I was also using his Mental Epic pad. It's a very innocent looking prop that can be used to perform the classic Mental Epic. So most recently, I got my hands on this product. It's called Insider, which I was supposed to do a review of, but I haven't gotten down to it. I might get down to it really soon. But the product that I got the most mileage out of, I think it's my favorite release from him thus far, is his incredible Way Out system. I've probably used and abused this particular tool more than anything else of Marc Oberon's. In fact, I've personally have got like numberless applications for the... numberless. I personally have numerous applications for Way Out in my live stage show and currently in my virtual show as well. So obviously, EWave uses ESP cards. Now, I've always loved ESP cards. I like the look of them, I like the feel of them, I like the theme. And I've been performing an ESP matchup routine in my close-up repertoire for close to 20 years. Now, some performers feel that, ESP symbols, they've got no inherent meaning and they can come across a little bit boring. But personally, for me, I found that it really works for me, alright? It's a tool that I really enjoy using when performing close-up mentalism. So I mentioned to you that I've been performing this ESP matchup routine in my close-up set for almost 20 years. Now, why 20 years? It's because in the early 2000s, I watched the incomparable Darren Brown performing an ESP matchup effect on his mind control specials. Now, if you are a fan of Darren Brown, as I am and as I'm sure many of you are, you will know that his character has evolved slightly over the years. However, one thing that seems to have remained constant is that he still performs this ESP matchup routine on many of his television appearances and interviews on talk shows. So if a performer of his stature still deems the effect worthy of inclusion in his repertoire after so many years, I think that is at least some testament to its appeal. So what will you get when you purchase EWave? Now, it comes in this box, alright, this cardboard box, and inside the box you will get the prop itself. This is what the prop looks like. This is the front, this is the back, okay? There is a protective thing that you can peel off here. I have not done it yet, but I don't know, I'll probably keep it on. So the board has got these symbols across the front over here. On top of the board that runs across the top, there is this clip, alright? And this is the clip that you will be using to clip the cards. Speaking of the cards, I'll just show you one of the cards. This is what what the cards look like. Now these cards are about 11 by 8 centimeters. Now these aren't like cardstock, okay? These aren't plain cardstock. They're not like thin cards. They are actually made of a plastic material. So they will last quite long with proper care. So along with the prop itself, you will also get the link to the tutorial video. And on the tutorial video, Marc Oberon will take you through a studio performance of the effect in its entirety. And of course, after the studio performance, Marc will take you through everything you need to know, how to handle the props, how to work the gimmicks that you'll be receiving. And he'll take you through every single phase of the routine as well, from the 1 out of 2 to the 1 out of 3, 1 out of 5, and of course the finale, which he calls the ASAP, or the any symbol, any position phase. Now immediately I can tell you, when I decided to pick this up for myself, I intend to perform it in my virtual show and subsequently in my stage show as well. Now personally, I don't think this will work close up. Okay, I don't think it's a close-up effect, but it will work very well on stage or on a Zoom show, for example. So that being said, I performed EWave a couple of times now, I don't know, 4 or 5 times online on Zoom, and I'd like to just share with you a really quick performance snippet of it right now. So where do you think your lines is? Do you think it's number 1 or number 2?
Number 1.
Number 1, you sure? That's felt like an instinctive thing, right? Number 1? And it really is the lines. Okay. We'll try it again with the star. Which one do you think the star is? Number 1 or number 2?
Number 1.
Number 1? You sure?
Yeah.
I have no idea how you're doing this, okay? But it's good, it's good. Which one would you like?
Square.
The square, okay. We'll add the square in. Now the odds are increased. It's not 1 out of 2 now, it's 1 out of 3. Just go with your intuition. Where is the square? Number 1, number 2, or number 3?
Number 3.
Number 3. Yes, it's an instinctive thing, right? And again, I have no idea how you're doing this, right? It's just, I don't know. Okay, as neatly as I can. You're focusing on the circle right now. Logically, again, you've got no idea where the circle is, right?
Yes.
Do you think it's in number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, or number 5?
Number 3.
Number 3?
Yes.
Again, I have no idea how you're doing this, but you are getting it perfect so far. I'll take one of them. Let's say this one. Which one do you think this is?
Wavy lines.
What the? Yeah, I know, right? It's crazy. It's crazy. Okay, let's go with this one. Which one do you think this is?
Star.
The star? You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. We'll do more in a row this time, okay? Which one do you think this is?
Circle.
The circle, all right. We'll place it over there. This one is?
Plus.
Okay, we'll place it over there. This one now. Which one?
Square.
You sure? You change your mind?
No.
Okay, square. And of course, this last one has to be
The wavy lines.
the line, right? The lines. Okay, so we're going to leave this over here. Now this is not 1 out of 5. It's actually 1 out of 120. To get them all correct, right? It's 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. You lay these cards out yourself. You decided everything. And strangely enough, you got everything 100% correct.
Awesome.
Alright, so that was the performance of EWave, alright? I think the effect is quite straightforward. Now when putting together this particular review, I wasn't exactly sure what I could tell you guys about it, because it is really a very simple thing. So I decided to get some questions on my Instagram account. I actually posted an Insta story, asking my followers, who some of them are magicians, what kind of questions they would like answered about EWave. So the first question is this: can the cards be examined? Alright, and the answer is no. Okay, the cards cannot be examined, they cannot be handed out to the spectator. To me, it being performed on a virtual platform, obviously there's no, examination possible over a virtual platform. But even then, on a stage, in a real life stage environment, to me this comes across as more of a demonstrative kind of a routine, as opposed to it being an interactive kind of a routine. So there's no need for the cards to be handed out, and the actual fact is they can't handle the cards. Okay, so the answer to that question, can the cards be examined? No. Another question is this more suited for virtual shows or real life? As mentioned, it will work very well on virtual shows. In real life shows as well, I intend to use it. If I'm on stage and the audience is off stage, there's no problem at all. I would definitely use it in a virtual show and also in a real life stage show, but not close up. Okay, I don't think it will be as deceptive close-up. If I were to perform an ESP matchup effect close-up, I might as well just do the versions that I've been doing for the past 2 decades. Next question really quickly is, can I customize the cards? And the answer is no, all right? It has to be done with this particular set of cards. It has to be ESP cards basically, all right? Unless you are really good with arts and crafts, okay, and you're gonna remake the whole thing from scratch, okay, then you can have whatever symbols you want. But as it stands, no, you cannot customize the cards. They have to be ESP cards. Next question is, can the spectator put the cards in the clip themselves? And the answer to that is no. Again, it's because, well, the spectators can't really handle the cards themselves. Plus, while the cards are being clipped under the clip, there is a special way of clipping it, okay? So that requires a bit of practice on your end, all right? So that's not something that just anybody can do. Okay, so the next one is not really a question, it's more like a comment or a complaint. It says, the handling of the final reveal is so unnatural and too perfect to be believable. Hey man, I mean, the simple answer to that remark is, if you don't like the effect, if it doesn't suit you, you don't like what you see, then just don't buy it, okay? Next question, I think, is a question that many people have on their minds. The question is, can I show the back of the board? And the answer is yes. So the back of the board is clean. You know, there's no fear of anybody seeing anything on the back. There's nothing stuck to the back or anything like that. The back of the board is clean. So yes, you can flash the board all around at any point in time during the routine. So the next question, does the routine play out the same way all the time? Now, I'm assuming you're asking about the phases where they guess the cards and whether they will be right 100% of the time. They will be, okay? They will guess 100% of the time which card is the one that they are going for, okay? So that is the effect, right? I mean, they keep guessing correctly. So yes, it will play out exactly as you see in the trailer, in my performance, 100% of the time. But I will say one thing, however, in the final phase, it will play out as per what you saw in the video. There are little bits in between that can make it slightly more convincing if Lady Luck smiles upon you. But it will still turn out fine, all right? The 5 cards will still match up. It's just that along the way, if you're lucky, there are some other little bits that you can throw in. Next question, are there lighting restrictions? And the answer to that is no. There are no lighting restrictions because it does not use that kind of a method. So that's all I have to say about EWave. I mean, to me, I love it because it's a very practical piece. The effect is as simple as possible, right? It's very easy for spectators to follow the effect. I think the plot is extremely simple, which is part of the reason why I really like this a lot. Now, there are other ESP matchup routines that have been released in the past. However, I think one thing that sets this particular one apart from them is that there are phases before the final reveal, because most of these versions only focus on the final matching of all the 5 cards. This one has got a build up to it. You can, handle 2 cards, then 3, then 5. So as opposed to it just being one effect where the 5 cards are matched up, you get a routine instead of just one effect. Plus, I'm sure you can see from the performance videos, in all of the performances that I've given using EWave up to this point, all the spectators are just laughing, and it's just a lot of fun with every single phase that goes by. It gets funnier and funnier with every single phase. There is a quote in this manuscript which one of my prized possessions. This is Full Frontal Assault from Gary Kurtz. There is one particular paragraph which I find particularly relevant to the feeling that this effect gives people. It says here, "What I've worked for in most of the following routine is the creation of situational humor. Performing a one climax trick is not going to create that effect, but a series, a seemingly endless assault on the senses will." That's what this routine is. You'll have them amazed and at the same time laughing, not out loud and boisterous, but a laugh the sensation of which should stay with them for a long time. And while this is referring to a coin trick of Gary Kurtz's, that is the same kind of feeling I get from people when they watch me perform EWave. So that's all I have to say about EWave. I hope this video has been helpful to you in deciding whether you wish to get this. And if you do decide to get EWave for yourself as well, I do hope that it brings you and your audiences as much fun as it has had for me these past couple of days. So as always, till next time, please take care, stay safe, and I'll see you again on another episode of Nique Chats.